So, 5 AI hacks that helped me generate $15,000 in commissions. Today, I'm going to be talking about the 5 AI hacks that I implemented in one of my cold calling campaigns for a realtor in Dubai that generated him $15,000 in commissions alone. So, first of all, you will have the personalization variables, which is a big factor when it comes to AI cold calling. See, surprise, like it's basically just surprising your recipients about the information that we know about them and building a trust of friend that we are just not another cold calling company that just cold calling them to sell them something. We're actually building trust by letting them know that we have done our research. Second, it's going to be objection handling. Now, most of the AI cold calling campaigns that I have seen currently fail in this part, which is basically objection handling, because AI cold calling agents aren't trained well enough to respond to objections, which is basically the first primal basic three objections is who are you, where are you from, and why are you calling. Now, most of the cold calling campaigns that I have seen fail to like comply with this part and actually just leads to wastage and loss of leads and actual potential opportunities for your clients. Now, third is triggering emotions. And what I mean by triggering the emotions, explaining the consequences of any negligence shown by AI during the call, which is basically, like some like triggering emotions and letting the AI understand that this is a very crucial part for us. And if you don't follow this, then something negative and something bad will happen. So, for example, like if you deviate from the script, I'll lose my job or I'll even get blacklisted from all of the companies. It sounds a bit cringe, but trust me, it works like a charm. Because when we were having some problems in, like AI not following a particular line of the script that we actually needed him to, this line worked like a charm and actually got around 8 leads the day I changed this thing in my campaigns. So fourth is going to be guardrails, and guardrails is basically refers to a lot of mistakes that you have seen in your previous campaigns and in your recent calls with the AI when it's in the testing phase, which is basically like uh, it's a set of guidelines for the AI that is created by analyzing the mistakes that it made and just telling him not to make this mistake or telling him how to actually tackle the situation, whichever is related to this point. So fifth is going to be giving the AI human-like context, which is basically, just imagine your AI was a newbie salesperson in a cold calling team that just got recruited, have nothing like you. This is a bit controversial with the persona part that I usually talk about in my videos, which is going to be, like telling the AI that it's an expert in its field, but still after even telling the AI that it's an expert in its field, you have to give him the instructions or command like he has actually never cold called someone, to make things crystal clear for him and minimize the chance of mistakes. Now, sixth is gonna be interruption threshold, which is basically, like interruption threshold can actually be very, very useful when you're actually building things like AI cold callers, which is because interruption threshold like basically means how quick the conversation is gonna be and how the fast is AI gonna interrupt and be interrupted by customers. So the lesser value of the interruption threshold, which is if you play around interruption threshold around 80 to 100 milliseconds, then the conversation will really be back and forth and quick, which is not what we want on a cold calls, because the person has to make his point and the AI has to make its point as well. So if they are just usually interrupted very quickly during the actual cold call, then it leads to, which I say, the AI is not able to make its point, and of course the meeting is not going to be set to with your client, and the prospect is lost. So you need to have at least 120 plus interruption threshold in your cold calling campaigns. Now, whatever you're building it on, because I have like 100 milliseconds, of course, works better, but if you put it in up to 120 milliseconds on bland WAPI, like whatever software that you're using to make those calls, definitely work better for cold calls in general. But if you have a different use case, just test, and like see what's working for you and what's not. So this is it. This is actually 6 hacks that help me generate 51 leads in 17 days. But this takes a lot of testing upfront with your AI cold calling campaigns, because if you are building a thing like a cold caller with AI, then it has to be at least 50% more trained than normal appointment setting chatbots, which are chatbots as well as voice callers, which are basically there just to taking time and taking some data about the customer. But rather this is about more persuading the customer according to your scripts, and just playing around the things very well. But like these hacks definitely helped me in generating those $15,000 in commissions for my client, and I hope so that it does for you as well. Now I'm taking in 5 people who are stuck with lead generation in their businesses, and have absolutely no idea about where are they gonna get their next deals from. To help them integrate this AI cold caller into their systems and generate them 20 plus qualified leads and appointments every single month. So if you are one of them, DM me the word voice by connecting with me on LinkedIn, and we'll have a chat. So thank you so much. That's it for today.